Hi guys, this is Bill from Spencer1984.com with an update about what's on the bench. Since last week I finished the Redline 7000 Galaxy, it was time to start something new, and I looked through my stash and finally decided to get to this, which has been sitting and waiting for a few years, the Xander Cage GTO from the movie XXx. This is basically a reissue of AMT's 67 GTO that's been around forever, with a few added components to turn it into Xander's car. So that means that quite a few things had to be updated. Starting with the body, I had to remove the door handles and the side trim. I had to remove the Pontiac from the taillight panel right there. And because of the age of the body, I needed to do a lot of cleanup, especially here around the headlights, because they would not fit the chrome piece at all. So here you see it's in its first stage of primer, and it's actually not looking too bad. I need to do a little more touch-up on some of the edges, but that's going to be ready to go soon. One of the custom components that was included in the kit was the hood scoop, and this is the hood scoop that had the flamethrower in it, so it's much taller than the GTO scoop and has the square profile. But for some reason the front of it was cast completely solid. They didn't even have a texture pattern or the flamethrower nozzles or anything. So I opened that up, and I'm going to be putting some mesh screen in the front of it and adding the flamethrower details to it. The other major thing that I worked on this week was the chassis. Because this was an old AMT promo style kit, it had metal axles front and rear. So what I did was I carved out the rear axle mounts and cleaned up the fenders where those were. In the front, because that was all one solid lump, I ended up using the subframe from a 97 Firebird. And what I'm going to do is I'll actually use the engine from that too, so that the XXx GTO gets a late model engine. And it actually fit pretty well. I had to graft it in right here, and then I cut it short, but other than that, it dropped in with very little effort whatsoever. So that's it for this week. Check back next week when I'll have the body in its first color coat. I should have the engine underway, and we'll hopefully be started on the interior. Thanks for watching.